Hi guys, welcome to Charities Babu. You say your number one channel. It's the morning. I'm going to school, but I'm going a little bit late. See, I have my scrubs, I have my badge for school, and I am going to school. But when I'm going, I have to drive along. I have to drive for like 43 minutes. So let's talk about the USA. What differences do you find here? And why the US? Why would you want to come and live here? That is something that someone, even the people who fill out the DV lottery, especially those ones who have doubts, and they say that, oh, I will come and then I can go home and then I can come again and go home. Just to reassure you guys, there is no way that can happen. When you come here, you get addicted to this country because these things are done right here. Let's look at something like building a house. So you find that if you want to build a house, you have to follow their codes. And I've done videos about my husband building the house. You find that there are some things in that house that he has to follow the codes. If he doesn't follow the codes, and because they normally, before a house is bought, when someone is buying a house and they want to use it, you find that I forgot to introduce myself. Oh my gosh, my name is Charity Nganga. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, guys, kindly consider subscribing. So I was talking about a house. You find that when someone wants to buy a house, they have to call someone to come and evaluate the house to see if that house meets the standard codes. So there is no way, when we want to build a house, just a regular house, I'm talking about a regular house to live on, you find that you don't need to call everybody to come on whatever. Maybe the thing that we'll call for people to come to do is maybe do the electricity part, maybe the plumbing part, and that's basically it. So you find that there are those people who come and check. So if I want to buy a house today, I have to send someone to go and inspect that house and make sure that that house meets the codes. If you build a house, like there was this person that I was discussing with my husband, and he was saying me that person built his house, but that house has to be demolished. Why? Because there is some things that they did not do. They did not follow a certain code. Even when you look at the neighborhoods, and I'm sure that I've shown you some neighborhoods around here, you see even the house colors, they are almost the same. So there is no way that you'll find an area that has a certain color and you go and decide to paint a very different color from the codes of that area. No, you cannot do that. Let's talk about something like when you go to buy something like a bed. You want to go buy a bed, you find that it's not like the way we go to the carpenter and you say this is the one I want, and then you get kokoteni or whatever, something, a cut, you carry it and take it to the house. No, most of the things here are sold indoors. So you'll go to a store, you will buy, and actually it is gonna come when it is in a box. It is packaged. And it has met the standards. So that's another thing that's a good thing. Like when you come here, you see like stuff is done in standard. Let's assume that you needed some documentation, a certain documentation, and you want to say, like for example, you need medical records. You had gone to the hospital, and you for some reason you need your medical records. All you need to do is just to call the hospital, and they will direct you to medical records. And then you will talk to them, and then they will email you a paper. You sign for it, for the release of records, because they want to know that you're the right person who is getting the right documents, and then they send it to you. It's as easy as that. Let's assume that you want to go and see someone. You cannot just walk in. There is a system. You have to book an appointment. Sometimes you will go online to the website, and you book the appointment depending on where you want to go. Do you want to go see a lawyer? Do you want to go see a doctor? Is it an interview appointment for work? Everything. You have to book an appointment. Maybe you are having maybe you are having a discussion, maybe even in church. If you're going to church, you have to book an appointment so that that person can wait for you. That time is reserved for you. Even when you are going to the bank, maybe you have some things that you want to do in the bank, you have to book an appointment so that they can reserve that time for you. So it's all about booking appointments. Another thing is your mail. I've talked about the mail very many times. You find that most of your communication, although you can decide whether you want, let's assume it's your electricity bill, your water bill, your hospital bill. Nowadays they tell you to create a certain way, to log into their website, to create an account, and then you can see all your information there. If you do not want to do that, then what you do is that you sign for paper statements or whatever, paper information, and then they can send it to you in your mail. So you find that you have to look at your mail at least 3 times in a week, or maybe 4. There are some people who check I normally don't check mine every day because sometimes I forget, but at least I make sure that I go to the mail like 3 times in a week, because that's where you'll find your bills. That is where you will find your education information. That is where even when you come and immigrate here, that is where you will find your green card, because it is a very secure way of sending information. Even when you have a baby, normally when you have a baby, they will bring you, the registrar will come to the hospital, they will give you a form, and you will fill out the form, and then after you fill out the form, they will give it to you, and they will send that form to the births and deaths certification. So what you do, you don't even have to go in person. You know, I was talking to my sister the other time, and she was telling me that she was having a lot of trouble to get the birth certificate for her daughter. It was taking so much time. So here what you do, you just go online, you go to the website, and that paper tells you, the paper that you got in the hospital, it tells you where to go. You go to that website, and you click on it, and you pay, and then your birth certificate will just come. If it's your passport, you want a passport, the only thing that you will do is go to the post office. When you go to the post office, they are going to take your picture, you're going to make your payment. Of course, you have filled out some paperwork. There's some paperwork that they will require you to fill out, and you just go to their website and fill out the paperwork. Then when you go to the post office, they will give you some more paper so that you can look up and see the approximate time that you will get your passport. Oh, dang. And as soon as you have your passport, you're good to go. You're good to go. You just wait for it in your mail. So there is no this thing of, oh, have gone there for 5 days and I have not gotten help. No. You know, I remember there was a time that I went to the bank. When I went to the bank, I was trying to pay off some money. And when I was trying to pay off some money, they wanted to send a check. So we weren't sure of the mailing address. So I had to rebook another appointment and tell that person, maybe I'll come another time when we are very sure of the dates. The address. So I remember going for the second time, and then we were able to finish that transaction. What happened is that after I left, because when I left, I had to go to the cashier because I really needed to do something else with the cashier. When I went, I remember just overhearing a lady who works there. She was like, why didn't you finish what you were doing the last appointment? Why did she have to come for the second time? Like they are concerned because they are like, that transaction would have happened. You see, they always follow up. So you find that it's just clean, guys. Like, let's assume that you are in Kenya right now and I give you my address. You will come with your plane all the way. When you reach Wichita Airport and you put the GPS, you will come straight to my house. There is no that you have to go and ask someone so-and-so where do they live or whatever. No, it doesn't happen like that. It's just, everything is just fast. If you look like even the police when you're driving, because you find that, I told you guys, if you overspeed, if you drive your car when you are drunk, you will get arrested. That's for sure. You'll get arrested. So you find that when the policeman stops you, you will hear the siren behind you. Sometimes it can be a motorbike. It depends on what they are using. at that moment. And then, waiting for that car to go, and that guy is not going. There. Then, the policeman will come, they will say, hello ma'am, hello sir, whatever. And then they will tell you whatever that they are citing you for, if it's a citation, or maybe they were just stopping you for some safety or something. They will tell you, and you don't even get out of your car. You cannot bribe the policeman and because you are overspeeding, so that they don't give you a ticket. That doesn't happen around here. So you find that if you are overspeeding, you won't know necessarily normally where the policeman is, because sometimes they just stand somewhere and wait. But if you find that, what happens is that if you are stopped for any reason, you cannot bribe. And if you do not pay your fines, you know, I've had so many questions when people are asking me, what about if I do not pay my loan? Now here you cannot run away. Now your fine, if you refuse to pay your fine, it doubles. Because you're supposed to go to court. Actually, you can go and challenge the ticket for the first time. Sometimes the judge might hear you, but you find that at the end of the day, what happens is that you cannot bribe anybody about it. If you fail to go to court and the days that you're supposed to pay that ticket, they expire, you find that one is going to double up. So what am I trying to say here? I'm trying to tell you like the good things that you will find in this country when you come. You know, you will have people who are directing you. If you need something, they will call you, they will follow up. If you're applying for a school, there's always someone who is going to call and follow up and see if you have not submitted some stuff. They will keep on sending you emails. So you find that when you come and live here, you come more digital. Because you have to look at your email all the time. You have to go and, if you have mail, you have to go and check your mail all the time. If it is, if it's a phone, maybe you are calling someone and you didn't find them. You know, like the way you call someone and they are not available, you can leave them a voicemail. So you have to be up to date with listening to the voicemail, because sometimes we'll get information. Sometimes I get emails for my kids' school. So if I didn't receive that call at that time, I can listen to the emails later. So your life will change like that, and you will not have any hurdles. You won't be like, I have to pay this person so that they can do 1, 2, 3, 4. No. You know, I saw. I was reading another article, and it was saying like, even right now when you win your DV lottery, I remember we had to go with our certificates and everything. Right now, if you win your DV lottery and you want your certificate, they want it from the source. You have to get it from wherever, from NEC. And it doesn't come to your hands. It goes direct to the embassy. Why? Because there's a lot of fraud going on in this everywhere. So you're not going to falsify anything. I told you guys you cannot take anything fraudulent. You cannot. Because, you know, these things, we have to talk about them. Because if you attempt, you can even be arrested for fraud. You know, I've seen people who have been deported because of doing fraud work. They have been fraudulently, you know, frauding people. So you just get arrested. And if you are from a foreign country, you will get arrested and you will be deported, because that is a crime. So what am I trying to say? I'm trying to tell you the good things that you will find when you come here. You have that opportunity to go to school when you're old, like me. I'm going to school. If right now I was in, and I'm not saying, if I was in Africa right now, I couldn't afford to go to school. But here they give you an opportunity. You get financial aid, you get student loans, and you are able to pay off your fees. And then later, if it's more than your federal aid, then you pay the loan. That's a good opportunity. So guys, I just wanted to tell you like the good things about this country. Driving, I'm not almost there, but I'm just on the way. So I just thought that I would make my journey shorter by just doing this short video. So I hope that you will like it. And if you haven't subscribed, kindly subscribe. And I will see you in another video. Thank you.